Good morning, students. Happy Thursday. It is Thursday, April 16th, and today is going to be a little warmer than yesterday. So, for the weather today, we have a high of 44. Where I live in South Minneapolis, it's only 27 right now. But I was really excited because yesterday my family and I went for our little afternoon walk or midday walk. I've been trying to go right after lunch. And even though it was cold out, we like bundled up and we went outside, and I just felt much better. Getting outside felt much better. On Monday and Tuesday, we stayed in. We didn't go outside because it was cold and kind of snowy, and it kept snowing and then stopping, and then all this strange weather. But today is going to be a little warmer, and then the next couple of days, we're just going to get more like springtime. So I was also very excited. I looked at next week and it was like, oh, 60 degrees and sunny all next week. So that'll be really fun. So maybe what we should do is really for the next couple of days, when it's still going to be kind of cold out, we could think about, okay, what do we want to get done inside the house for the next couple of days, or like doing some work or catching up on things so that next week we can be outside. So which is called delayed gratification. If we do what we want, what we have to do first, then we can just kind of relax and do the easier, more fun stuff later. So if you have anything that you've been like, oh, I really got to catch up on some work, or I have to clean my room, or I have to, um, I don't know, what other things could you be doing inside for the next couple days before it gets nice and warm out and we just want to be outside next week? Um, I know for me, something fun yesterday, I updated my photo books. I have these kind of photo albums of my family and things that we've done. I should show you that later. Maybe at our Zoom meeting, I'll bring that. So that's always kind of a creative outlet for me. I always feel good after I um, get to do some cutting and gluing and putting pictures together and stuff like that. So if you have any kind of fun thing that you could do inside for today, but it is going to be 44 and sunny, so we might want to get outside later. But anyway, so that is the weather. Yesterday's check-in question had to do with what was it? Oh yeah, it was about how ideas spread from China to Korea to Japan, and China kind of conquered Korea several times, and so the Korean people learned about Chinese culture and customs from a lot of that, and then the Japanese people learned about China through Korea. So it's kind of fun, kind of interesting how that works. Today's check-in question has to do with our new science unit about for the forces of push and pull, and today we're going to learn about friction and gravity. And so you can watch the little video and think about what is friction and answer some questions about friction, and then also about gravity. You can learn about gravity. And I like to think about gravity. When we talk about gravity, we're often talking about the Earth's gravity that's sort of pulling everything down towards the Earth. And if we think of, we know about the layers of the Earth. Remember the outer core, and underneath that, hot flowing magma in the mantle. And then underneath the mantle, we have the outer core. And then at the very center of the Earth, that's our inner core that is made of metal, really, really hot metal. And I like to think of that as sort of a magnet. It's kind of a magnet inside the center of the Earth that is kind of pulling everything towards the center. So we'll learn about friction and gravity today for science. And oh, something kind of fun about today is it's actually National Stay in Your Jammies Day, stay in your PJs. Um, but I've been liking to get up and like have a shower and get dressed, and that just helps me to feel like I'm ready for the day. So I am wearing my comfy sweatshirt, but I don't know if you want to stay in your jammies today, but that is an option. Alrighty, so speaking of, Miss Tuzana has been making some fun announcements on Seesaw, which is a different program that some of you are using and some of your parents are checking. And Miss Tuzana is going to start sharing her daily announcements on like a YouTube link. So I'll try to link some of those on our Google Classroom so you don't have to look at so many different places. Alrighty, so that's Miss Tuzana's messages, and those are always fun to watch. I've been watching, um, I've been trying to remember to watch them because she's got some really fun things to share and jokes and just kind of what she's been up to. And then I think she's going to start sharing, having students share little jokes or announcements or things like that. So she's going to make like little movies with hopefully some of you in them. Speaking of you, we have our optional Zoom meeting today, our little classroom meeting where we just kind of say hi to each other, share a little bit about what's been going on in our lives. So, our Zoom meeting will be at 1 o'clock today. And remember that you can just come to our Zoom meeting and you don't have to talk. If you're feeling kind of shy, I know sometimes I feel shy and I've been having some Zoom meetings with people and we just kind of see each other's faces and it's just kind of nice to see each other. So you can come and you don't even have to talk. You can just be like, I just want to see my classmates or um, hear their voices. And that can a lot of times just kind of make us happier. So if you would like to come, you definitely can share, but you don't have to. And I was going to do like again some bright spots, what's something fun that's happened. I know some of you maybe had some fun last weekend. It was a holiday, and let's see. Oh, the other thing, we're going to do kind of an optional sharing about a favorite piece of art, some artwork. So in school, we talk about trying to seek beauty and truth and goodness. And today was actually supposed to be our field trip to the Minneapolis Institute of Art. And so it's just kind of a bummer. But Miss Lund had a crazy scheme. She had a crazy idea to do kind of make Miss Tuzana's, not Miss Tuzana, Miss Tuma's scavenger hunt into kind of an online thing. So I will post that for you, and this would be an optional thing for you to do with your family, maybe tomorrow. Where and I'll show you how to do this on Zoom today. I'll share my screen with you so you can see how to go to the website, the MIA website, and then you can kind of do a little like an online scavenger hunt and find some pieces of art, some artwork that we would normally look at on our field trip that we would have been going on today. Um, so we thought it might be fun if you wanted to share like a favorite piece of art. And it could be something that you saw in a museum, it could be something that you made yourself, it could be something that someone in your family made, um, something like that. You know what? Something that I found, I actually was listening to a book, an audio book a couple months ago, and the author talked about this piece of art, and I had to go look it up and find it. And it is right here, and it's called The Voyage of Life. And I can't remember who the painter is. I need to look it up. I'll have that for you later today in our Zoom meeting. But I really thought this was neat. It kind of goes through like the phases of our lives and sort of some of the different things that we experience in our lives. So I'll share a little bit more about that maybe later today. And I also really like some of the woodblock prints at the Minneapolis Institute of Art. So one of my favorites is one of like cherry blossoms, and it's from Japan. So I'll share that with you. And yeah, so let's try to look for beauty and truth and goodness. Um, and that kind of relates to also finding the beauty and truth and goodness in this strange time where we're all at home. So, the optimist finds opportunity in every difficulty. We can think about, well, what are the good things about being at home? I know I was in a meeting yesterday with an online meeting with Miss Lund and Miss Schultz and Miss Tuzana and Miss Johnson, our vice principal. And we were talking about how a lot of the teachers, as we've been communicating, we have found some really good things that we can use when we are back at school and back in the classroom. We found some things that are helpful for communicating with families or just in our own teaching and explaining things. And we've been like, hey, this is something that I can learn from and I can use when I get back into the classroom. So just kind of looking for those bright spots, those things that we can um, use to grow. And, we learn not for school, but for life, right? So Non-school life said we tied Eskimos. We learn not for school, but for life. Need to work on my singing skills, but you get the idea. We learn not for school, but for life. Okay, now I'm getting a little bit sidetracked here. Oh, we have um, a regular day where we have our, let's see, let's go back to this. Okay, so we have our today's check-in question that has to do with science. We have a little bit of spelling. I'll show you our spelling words in just a sec. Oh, and good catch. Yesterday, a lot of you noticed that I forgot to underline the CH in like all the words. Miss Taylor. Okay, so good eyes. We got a little bit of math, a little bit of reading. There's some optional activities for you to do. And I should add our optional scavenger hunt that we'll put on the Google Classroom too. So um, spelling words for today. Let's see, did Miss Taylor forget any to underline any phonograms here? I tried to use my fortitude. Let's see, we got echo, A-E-O-U, who echoes, fairy, knock. I think I got it this time. Let me know if you see any mistakes, if I forgot anything. It does happen from time to time, but that's okay. We can learn from our mistakes, can't we? Okay, what is next? I have a secret scholar. So yesterday's secret scholar was Iggy, I think. Hi, Iggy. How you doing? Our secret scholar for today. Da, da, da. Leah. Hi, Leah. We miss you. Hope you're doing well, Leah. So Leah got to say hi to us last week, briefly, because she had to run to a Spanish class. So that's kind of neat. So Leah is taking this opportunity to learn about Spanish. Awesome. Hola. Muy bien. All right. So Leah, we are thinking about you today, and you can always let your parents know that they can send me a little note about how you have been using your virtue. But I am fairly confident, actually, I'm very confident that we are using our virtues, especially fortitude. We've been, one day at a time. We're making it work, this new thing at home, and we're looking forward to springtime. But lots of fortitude and justice. Um, so thank you for using your courage, your optimism, your perseverance, being a good citizen, trying to be a good family member. What can I do to help my family? What can I do to help my neighbors? Some of you have even been like making cards and signs for people in the healthcare industry or people who are essential workers. We are so thankful for people who are working at the grocery stores and the gas stations and things like that where we need to go there. So they're helping our society, aren't they? So thank you for being good community members and for practicing your justice also. So by acknowledging people and saying thank you and I appreciate you, we are using our justice. Um, so just trying to think about other people and showing kindness and generosity. And if you notice someone doing something, if you say it, that really encourages them, and that is really using justice. So it could be as simple as, hey, thanks for doing that. I appreciate you. So I know I have been very thankful for my teammates, for Miss Lund and Miss Schultz, who have been encouraging me lately. Sometimes I've had some kind of like, oh, I'm not feeling so great today. And then I'll get a little note or an email from Miss Lund or Miss Schultz that says, you know what, Miss Taylor, you know what, Tracy, you're doing a really nice job. And they'll say some kind things to me. And that always makes me feel a lot better. So thank you for using your justice. And let's see. So we talked about we're going to have our Zoom meeting, our optional Zoom meeting. Oh, and tomorrow there will not be any formal classes. So if you're wondering, what do I do tomorrow? Tomorrow would be another good day for you to catch up on things. If you've missed any assignments for math or reading, or if you were wanted to do some of the optional activities for history or science, if you want to do the optional scavenger hunt, you could do that. If you haven't checked out Magister Reynolds' Latin words of the day, Miss Tuma's draw alongs, Miss Urbach's songs that she's posted. You might want to do that too. All right, so today and every day, learn something new, try your best, be kind to one another. Let's make today the best day yet. It's a great day to be a knight. Have a fabulous day, scholars.